G'day, g'day, g'day. It's Monday, Clarify Purpose, and we're going to reflect on yesterday, Share Freely Sunday. So we shared freely all of these things, didn't we? And we didn't get a response. Why? I didn't put it on Facebook. I need to remember to follow up with that. I've got a million other things to do, so we'll just carry it over to next week. So offer still stands. The one at the top, that one there, that normally goes for $350 on Tambourine Mountain, but we'll give it to you for $200 cash. Just show up between now and Sunday. Make sure it's Saturday morning around 10 a.m. Might even give you $50 off, but it must be 10 a.m. Saturday. So why are we doing this? We're boosting up the business for Men's Shed around the world, but we're starting at Ashmore. Be more social, simply say, g'day.
Do you feel like there's never enough time in the day? Are you struggling to switch off from work, the internet, and social media? It's time to reconnect with family, friends, colleagues, and most importantly, yourself. Join the Be More Social Daily Challenge. Just 10 minutes a day to recharge, gain more energy, and enjoy what matters most. Let's begin.
So here I am in my little office, slowly getting set up, and I got things like this. My mates, yeah, I talk to a few of them one-on-one. Yeah, generally one-on-one, don't see them as a group anymore. There's some good mates in there, Heels, Jono, David Jeff, Stevie Horry, Brad Lynn, Nudge, Fish, Deli. There I am at the back, Stolky, arm around me, Burjo, Billy Baru, Woody, Tony Yeomans, he can't stand me. Fuel, Plumber, Soups, the plumber, that's a Sparky. There's two brothers, Rich and Richard, another Richard. Yeah, you betcha. Most talented sportsman I've ever met in my life. Played golf, rugby league, soccer, rugby union, tennis. Used to play against the Scud. Yeah, what a talent. No, he got squashed. Pushed out because some bloke, trophy hunter, dropped him out of his spot as goal kicker, and he ended up on the bench. And he was scouted by a coach of mine, who I think might be at the Storm now, Melbourne Storm, but he was over in London. So anyone watching knows who I'm talking about. He got into real estate. Yeah, it's amazing how these salespeople, they seem to fall into coaching positions. They've got to be a jack of all trades though. They've got to know how to manage people and understand people and communicate with them in a way that they understand. So if we're going to clarify our purpose, we need to find a way to articulate it better. And what better way than be more social? So from a tax perspective, it's my understanding that anything you do in your business is tax deductible. Therefore, if I'm being more social, surely that's tax deductible. But I need a charity. Why? It's not so I can make money, so things cost less. So things like a 12-seater van I can ship from overseas will cost a lot less because I don't have to pay the taxes if I have a charity status. But people make the mistake of selling those cars once they've brought them in as a charity. That's illegal, so you need to give them away. But I need to hang on to it because there's guys on the street, on the beaches, in tent cities, they're homeless and they don't have access to a lot of things that the general public have. And that's scary. Well, it is to me, because I want to help. And the only way I know how to help is by listening. I ask questions and then I shut up and I sit in silence. Sort of like around 10 o'clock in the morning, most mornings. The guys are warming up, and girls, but I shorten it to guys because, well, that's a story for another day, and I think I've already told it on this app. If you haven't seen it, come and have a beer or go find it on YouTube or Facebook or TikTok or LinkedIn or wherever it is. Because the purpose of why I'm doing this is because people are drowning, not just in floods in the Philippines or in Tuvalu or wherever Pacific island it is. I've been reminded yet again that we have that humanitarian visa in Australia, yet I've got people drowning in the Philippines. And I need them here because they're drowning over there, working round the clock, 24-hour shifts. They alternate. Dasha, however you want to pronounce it. Similar to Sasha, my sister. Sasha, Saka. I don't know. Different languages pronounce things differently. That's why we're so confused. That's why we're so lost. We're now connected more around the world than we ever have been. Seconds it takes, milliseconds to connect with someone on the other side of the world. It used to take years. And we're drowning. We're all drowning in technology. What does that mean? What does that mean? I ask that question as a scientist and as a human being. What does it mean to clarify our purpose? Why are we here? Whether you're talking about the man upstairs, no, not in this one-bedroom, one-story house with 2 stories on it. The God that you may believe in, whichever one. I'm not sure whether he exists up there or out there. I think it's in here. And it's what comes out of here that determines whether I'm going to be empowered, successful, happy, or what's going on up here and in here. That's what matters most. But those photos, those images, those memories, they're up here too. And we create the memories we want to create. And the more people get to know you, the more they either like you or dislike you. Is that a good thing? Oh, I'd like to think so. Why would you want to hang around someone that doesn't like you or you don't like them? Is it to save face? Do you constantly put makeup on to pretend to be someone you're not? Do you go to acting class to pretend to be someone you're not? They wonder why so many actors and actresses have addiction issues, challenges, whatever it is. Am I addicted? Yeah, absolutely. I'm addicted to life. I'm addicted to happiness. I'm addicted to friendship. I'm addicted to everything that I love. People, places. I used to love asking a question at Christmas, depending on where I was. And I'd ask a group of people, would you prefer taking photos when you're traveling the world with someone in them or just the sight? And the division in the room was phenomenal. They'd split up. Some said, no, there has to be someone in there, preferably you. But how many people stay behind the camera? Not me. I would swap cameras with people and say, righto, I've got your camera for the day, you take mine. I want as many people in those photos as possible with something symbolic in the background, because that's how my memory works. My connectedness, my people. The people I travel with are the people I care about. I haven't travelled with some people. I have with Nick. We travelled to the Pacific. Yeah, a few islands, Vanuatu, around that area. But that's where the humanitarian visas are for, the Pacific Ocean. Apparently the Philippines aren't in the Pacific Ocean, because I'm trying to get them over here. They ain't coming, and I'm starting to drown in debt. That's what they wanted. But little do they know, we've got things a brew. Where are they? Well, they're all packed away, ready to be sold. Facebook Marketplace. And I'll do it all myself. Be more social. Simply say, g'day.
Thanks for listening as we take on the Be More Social challenge. Join Danny Crouch tomorrow as he shares his journey, and we hope you'll join in too. Drop a comment below. Tell us how it's going, ask questions and share your insights. Find more details in the description or at chooseyourchapter.com.au. Let's make time, boost energy, and aim to be more social today.
G'day, g'day, g'day. It's Monday. Clarify purpose, and we're going to reflect on yesterday. Share freely. And always we've got something to share. Be more social. Simply say, g'day.